Robin, as Erin O'Toole was taking swipes at the Liberal platform, the Conservative leader was also taking heat for his promise to balance the budget within 10 years of taking power. According to the parliamentary budget officer, this fiscal year's deficit is just over $138 billion. O'Toole's platform hasn't been fully costed just yet, but he insists he can still get back to zero deficits without austerity.
We're going to create jobs and opportunity, build infrastructure that Mr. Trudeau announces but never gets built, and have a detailed plan and a disciplined plan to get spending under control to balance the budget over the course of 10 years.
A part of the Conservative plan is based on Canada having GDP growth of 3% annually, an assumption that some say is a little too ambitious.
We may get it for one year or 2 years. That is possible. But that's just for 1 or 2 years because we are coming out of the pandemic, and that's a sort of a special case. But then we are going to go back to our sort of normal growth.
Economist Mustafa Askari says historically Canada hasn't sustained a 3% growth rate over time, adding it's hard to see the Conservative path to balance without a fully costed platform. On that point, Erin O'Toole says the party asked the parliamentary budget officer to look at their numbers and will update his platform when the PBO reports back to them. Robin,
the NDP feel optimistic as they target Quebec, perhaps a little too optimistic depending who you ask, but they have nowhere to go but up. In 2019, they went from having 16 seats all the way down to 1.
Things feel really different, where we have a track record to run on where we've shown Canadians what you get with New Democrats, and that's made a big difference. People come up to us all the time saying, thank you for saving my job. Thank you for fighting to increase the wage subsidy.
Party sources say they're targeting between 4 and 10 ridings, more Liberal than Bloc, including cabinet ministers such as Stephen Guilbeault. They have several ousted MPs returning again, including what they hope is some star power in a former member of the 2011 Orange Crush, Ruth Ellen Brosseau. In 2019, Jagmeet Singh's opposition to Bill 21, Quebec's ban on religious symbols, turned out to be an insurmountable problem. And he faced racism directly on the campaign trail from voters who did not want a prime minister who wears a turban.
You should cut your turban off and you look like a Canadian.
But the NDP's last man standing in Quebec says he's not hearing those concerns at the door now.
I'm quite confident I will not be the only Quebec MP next time.
How many more? Leader Jagmeet Singh stays in Montreal to prepare for a French language debate Thursday night. His wife cast her ballot here Wednesday. With voter turnout even more critical this pandemic election, the party hopes that will send a message that it's easy to vote, even when you're not in your home riding. Robin?
Abigail Bimman in Montreal. Thanks, Abigail.